My name is Vishnu Gopal TV. I am a legal intern at Lexus and Company. I am from Cooperative School of Law, Kerala. I am a third year student pursuing BBA LLB Honors. So today's topic for this video is negligence in law of torts. The purpose of this video is to analyze regarding the concept of negligence, which has been dealt in law of torts. So, as we know, the term negligence means a breach of duty to take care. So, we know about the difference between general duty and legal duty. So, everyone has a general duty not to harm others, but no one has a legal duty to take care of others. So, for a negligence to constitute, there is a need to satisfy three essentials. Firstly, there must be a legal duty to take care on the party complained of towards the party complaining. So, secondly, the breach of the said duty was caused, and thirdly, and as a result of such a breach, the damage has been caused to that party. So, in order to take an action for negligence, firstly, the plaintiff has to prove that the defendant has owed a duty of care towards the plaintiff. So that means, in order to prove this negligence, the plaintiff must establish that the defendant owed a duty of care towards the plaintiff in which he or she had made a breach. So it completely depends upon each case whether such a duty exists or not, because there is no general law which tells about such legal duty. So Dongo versus Stevenson is an important case that has to be analyzed. So here in this case, a person named A went to a restaurant along with his friend and purchased one bottle of ginger beer from the defendant, the manufacturer, and his friend consumed a part of the content of that beer, and the remaining was poured into a glass, and a decomposed body of snail was observed in it, or obtained. He obtained a decomposed body of snail from that glass, and here the here in the he brought, or this friend had brought an action against the manufacturer of drinks, and here in this case the House of Lords clearly held that manufacturer of the product owed a duty of care towards all the people who consume that product, and he sells, and therefore he is liable for the breach of duty. So another important thing that has to be proved by the plaintiff for bringing an action for this negligence is that the defendant had made a breach of that duty. So that means the standard of care that a reasonable man should take in a particular situation has not been taken by the defendant, which caused that breach. So the law takes into account 2 points to be considered while determining the standard of care. So they are importance of object to be attained and the magnitude of risk. So thirdly, the plaintiff is also required to prove that the plaintiff has suffered some damage as a consequence. So that means the plaintiff has to prove that the defendant's breach of duty has caused damage to the plaintiff. So, as a general rule, it is the duty of the plaintiff to prove the negligence from the part of the defendant. So, that means the initial burden of proof, it lies on the plaintiff to prove the negligence from the side of the defendant, and once the onus is being discharged, it is the responsibility of the defendant to prove that he was not negligent. So, res ipsa loquitur is an exception to this rule. So these are all about negligence which has been dealt under the law of torts. We have analyzed in detail about the concept of negligence dealt under law of torts. We had gone through the essentials to constitute negligence, and we had analyzed one case law also here. So that's all about the topic. So you can like, you can subscribe, and you can comment on my video, and do like and subscribe our YouTube channel. Let's click. and please give me a feedback regarding this video. And if you have any questions relating to this video, you may please comment that question in the comment box. I will be replying as soon as possible. And this video does not solicit any types of promotion or advertisement as per the guidelines of Bar Council of India, and the sole purpose of this video is for educational purposes only. So by saying these words, I'm concluding. Thank you.